Governor, can you tell us about the success in your state, 7,000 new jobs in 1 year for people with disabilities? How did that come about?
Well, in Tennessee, we have a fundamental belief that all means all. And so when we talk about, increasing the job environment, workforce possibilities, we think that covers everyone. And so our Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities, working with our Department of Human Services and our Economic Community Development folks, have worked really hard to put programs together to match employers with folks with disabilities in appropriate skill level jobs, and it's working. One of the things that, if you talk to governors around here, everybody talks about there's a workforce challenge, that we're short folks. And there's people with disabilities that can perform a lot of the jobs that right now are not being filled. So we actually had an intern work in our office. We said, okay, if it can work in the governor's office, it can work a lot of folks. And he did great work, was well loved on our office team. And we're hoping, that the 7,000 jobs can become more. And, as governor, you get to do certain things that you actually like, hey, that's good stuff. And I want that to happen. And that's one of those programs that I kind of walk away going, all right, well, that's a good day's work.
That's great. Governor, you were just in a session on education, and sometimes it's hard for kids with disabilities to get that high school diploma and that college degree, particularly for kids who have English as a second language, or they're a kid of color. Sometimes they're not getting the diagnosis or the early intervention to succeed. What are your thoughts on helping those students with disabilities get those degrees or credentials that they need to be workforce ready?
So, we're slowly doing, I want to be really clear, we have a long way to go, but we're slowly doing better at kind of individualized programs that says for this student, what does he or she need to be able to get that credential that they need? I mean, again, one of our goals in Tennessee is to have 55% of our population have a post-secondary degree or certificate. That's a possibility for a lot more of our population with a disability than maybe people think it is. And so we're trying to make sure we don't shoot too low.
You have a fantastic program that's like an internship apprenticeship program called Project Search.
Right.
Are you familiar with that program for youth with intellectual disabilities to spend their last year of high school at a job site learning job skills? It's working extremely well with over a 70% employment rate for people with intellectual disabilities.
Basically familiar with
it.
I don't know enough to get into the details, but I know that we have that program. And then again, I know we've worked really hard with employers trying to find those openings and say, hey, this can work. And we've had some success.
7,000 new jobs in 1 year. Thanks, Governor.
Cool. No, thanks. I mean, it's like I said, as governor, sometimes you walk away going, okay, I don't know if we made anything happen today or not, but when I leave being with that program, with our program with employers and disabled students, I go, all right, that day's work counts.
Thank you so much, Governor.